We love Sarasota. Some even call it paradise, but for all its beauty, there are challenges. There's mounting frustration with the growing derision within the City Commission and the City Commission's acrimonious relationship with the County Commission, and it's making harder to get things done. Adam Cellini joins us with more. Adam.
Yeah, Alan, the recent departure of one commissioner for some of those aforementioned reasons has brought some perceived operational issues back into the spotlight.
Sarasota City Hall is a tough place to push change these days, to the point that one commissioner is throwing in the towel. In a recent editorial, Suzanne Atwell announced her decision to not seek re-election. One reason, micromanagement among her colleagues.
One of the biggest problems we've had changing things, we don't stick together.
Diane Hamilton has felt a lack of leadership in City Hall since Ken Thompson stepped down as city manager in 1988. 3 times she's pushed for an elected mayor form of government instead of a ceremonial title passed among commissioners every year.
Everybody thought he was the mayor because he ran the city. Okay, he was the go-to guy. If I had an issue, I could call Ken Thompson. There's nobody to go to now.
All 3 times, Hamilton and others in favor of a strong mayor form of government was shot down by opponents like former Mayor Molly Cardamone.
It's just impossible for me to think that one strong person can change the course of this city that I don't think really requires any change of course.
Cardamone says she doesn't see any problems, but she did help start the activist group Stop last year. A loud minority, Atwell says commissioners mistake as the sentiment of the community and let influence their decisions.
They like things the way they are, they don't want to see things change, and they have been the dominant voice at the table.
The group recently dominated a public meeting to approve an updated transportation plan for the city, raising questions about how city staff conducted their traffic study.
It's time to raise those issues, to look at it and figure out how we can improve our code so that we're getting the kinds of projects that people want.
Their wrinkle of doubt forced commissioners to scrap a plan years in the making.
And the 5 of them sit there and destroy it. They just destroy a plan brought to them by professionals who we hire, who put a lot of time and effort into coming up with solutions that we've asked for.
Changing something like that is not something Stop can do. All we can do is say, we see a problem.
Stop's flagship problem is the View project downtown, its proximity to the road being too dangerous for pedestrians. But Gabriel Hammond, a Sarasota native, worries commissioners are missing the big picture, his generation's future.
Some of those concerns are legitimate with the View, but trying to bring the city and commerce in the city to a standstill because of one building that may be too close to the road is a little bit extreme.
Also in a standstill, the city's homeless problem, stuck in limbo between conflicting city and county philosophies, though not urgent if you ask Cardamone.
It's not a perfect system, but it's pretty darn good. And when you look at living in Sarasota, you got to know that you have to stretch to find problems of life here.
Hamilton thinks the commission needs an overhaul, whether it's term limits or more districts, but says it can't happen with the abysmal voter turnout in the spring. First, she says, city elections must move to November with the others.
And the one time we had city issues on the November ballot in 2012, 70% of city voters voted in that election.
But again, Cardamone says leave the elections where they are.
We have a low turnout. I understand that. I do also understand that people who really care about the city do go out and vote.
And the small group of people who bother to vote in March elections will continue to guide the city's future or keep it in the past.
Public policy is not built on personal preference, okay? Public policy is really about the bigger picture, the greater good.
And that one issue Hamilton points out regarding the districts, with only 3 city districts and 2 at-large seats, 3 commissioners currently reside right in the same district. Alan?
Adam, thank you.